Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. My name is Charlotte. I'm a nursing student at AUT. I love reading and I try to upload a video on my channel every Monday. Today I'm going to be revealing my final grades for my first year of nursing school. So that's all of the semester 1 and all of the semester 2 papers and what I got for them. The reason why I wanted to make this video for a couple of reasons. The first is that I really like watching these kinds of videos on YouTube and I thought it would be cool to kind of make my own. The second is that my final assessment for my introduction to nursing paper, I made such a big mistake on it and I just wanted to kind of share what I learnt from that mistake with you guys, especially for those of you that are at AUT and are doing nursing. You guys can kind of learn from my mistakes and make sure that you don't do that in the future for your assessment. And the last thing is that I did really well this year and I'm very proud of how I did. I think all of my hard work and all of the stress really paid off and I just kind of want to share that. I don't think there's any problem with raising ourselves up a little bit and being proud of our own achievements. That's why I wanted to make the video. I hope you guys enjoy and find it interesting or whatnot. But before we get into all of that though, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel because one of my goals for this year is to get to 200 subscribers and you can help me make that a reality by clicking the button below. Anyway, without further ado, let's just dive right in. In your first year of nursing at AUT, Auckland University of Technology, you take 6 papers. You take 4 papers in semester 1 and 2 papers in semester 2. So in semester 1 you take Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, Health and Environment, Lifespan Development and Communication, and finally Knowledge, Inquiry and Communication I think it's called. And in semester 2 you take Human Anatomy and Physiology 2 and you also take Introduction to Nursing. All of the papers apart from Introduction to Nursing are worth 15 points and Introduction to Nursing is the big paper, it's worth 45 points. So I've got my results pulled up on my computer here. Okay, so for my first semester the grades I got were, so for Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, which was my favourite paper, I got an A+ for that. I think the actual rundown of it, you had to do a written assignment and you also had to do multiple choice tests. 15 questions, 5 of them were on vocab, 5 of them were on anatomy, and 5 of them were on physiology. And consistently I got 15 out of 15 or 14 out of 15 on every single test, so that was very good. I can't remember what I got for my written assignment, but my overall grade for Human Anatomy and Physiology 1 was an A+. My dad. Thank you. Tea. For Knowledge, Inquiry and Communication, which is your research paper, it's a paper that teaches you how to write academic essays and stuff for your time at university. So it's like a assessment preparation paper pretty much. I've actually got my proper scores for the 2 assessments that we had to do for them. You have to do a written assessment and you also have to do a visual video presentation. And these 2 assessments are assessed by learning objectives. So AUT is very like learning objective based pretty much. I can't remember the exact what the learning objectives were, but for my written assessment overall I got a 34 out of 36. For learning objective 1 for that I got 9 points, which was an A+. For learning objective 2 I got 8 points, which was an A. Learning objective 3 I also got 8 points, which was an A. And for learning objective 4 I got 9 points, and that's an A+. And for my visual video presentation I got 26 out of 27. Learning objective 1 I got an A+, learning objective 2 I got an A, learning objective 3 I got a pass, and learning objective 4 I got an A+. So again, very happy with that. And my overall grade for Knowledge, Inquiry and Communication was an A+. AUT has a thing where they go by A, B, C, D grades, but then they also have pass and fail grades, so you can't get higher than a pass for that if it's marked that way. Lifespan Development and Communication, which was my least favourite paper of semester 1. I also got an A overall. There were 3 assessments that you had to do for it. Each of them were a portfolio on different like stages in the lifespan. For portfolio A, which was my first assessment for LDC, I got a 34 out of 45. For portfolio B, I got 37 out of 45. And then the final assessment for LDC was portfolio C, and I got 42 out of 45 points. My overall grade for lifespan development and communication was an A. So the final paper for semester 1 was Health and Environment, HAE. So with Health and Environment, you have to do 2 assessments. The first is multiple choice tests. You complete 1 test a week, and these tests are out of 10. And I think for all of my tests, I got 10 out of 10, apart from maybe one where I got a 9 out of 10. I will just say quickly though, however, multiple choice tests for anatomy and physiology and also health and environment, they're timed, yes, but they're also open book. So if you're confused about something, or if you just want to search up the answer, like, you can do that. And I think a lot of people did really well in the tests because it was open book. So just bearing in mind, I did well, but I also think if it had been a closed book, I probably would have done a bit worse. But cool. So then the other assessment was a team project. This was where I met the first few people that I was able to like relax around, like talk with and chill with and stuff. It was great. And I met Cam there, and Cam was also in my introduction to nursing paper and my second anatomy paper as well, so it was just nice to have a familiar face in semester 2, which I think is one of the reasons why I really enjoyed health and environment, because I didn't feel so isolated and alone, if that makes sense, just because you're kind of forced to work as a group of strangers pretty much. And it just worked out really well because going into semester 2, even though it was a completely new paper, there was at least one familiar face that I was able to like find among the sea of people and be like, I know that person, and it's chill. So I really liked the setup of health and environment, and I really enjoyed the paper as well. So I don't know what I got like overall for the team project like points, but I do have the exact scores I got for each learning objective. So I got an A- for learning objective 1, a B for learning objective 2, an A for learning objective 3, and a B for learning objective 4. Overall, for my overall grade for health and environment was an A-, so also good. And I guess that brings us on to semester 2. So as I said earlier, in semester 2 you do 2 papers. The first is your second anatomy and physiology paper, and it's a little bit more complex than the first anatomy paper that you do. For human anatomy and physiology 2, you have 3 assessments. Like the first paper, you also have multiple choice quizzes, and these were significantly harder than in semester 1. I got 9 out of 10 for the majority of everything. I got 2 10 out of 10s, and I got 2 8 out of 10s. And then the other 2 things were, it's called the short answer test. So you get all of these anatomy based questions, and you have to write a short answer with references from the textbook and stuff, explaining in your own words your answer to the anatomy question. So I did really well in both of them. For my first short answer test question paper, I got 18 out of 18, which is an A+. And then the other paper was the short answer test 2 paper, and I got a 15 out of 18 on that. So I think that either is like a B+ or an A-. I'm not too sure, but that's what I got. And overall for human anatomy and physiology 2, I got an A. And that brings us to the final paper, and the one where I made a massive mistake on at the last minute, and that's my introduction to nursing paper. This was probably my favourite paper of the whole year. I really enjoyed the physical practical side to it and going into laboratory sessions. It was just super fun. For introduction to nursing, you've got 3 assessments. Normally you have 4 assessments because of your placements, but we didn't do placements this year, so we had 3 assessments. So the first assessment is a written assessment, and I got an A on that. And then we also had to do a video presentation where we interviewed a registered nurse and then used their answers to your interview questions to back up your points on what the role of a nurse is. I don't know what I actually got for my video presentation. I did well, but I don't have the exact score. And then that brings us to the practical assessment, which is the one that I caused so much stress for myself, and I'll tell you the whole Russian story. So pretty much our practical assessment was meant to be an in-person OSCE exam, so we were meant to take people's vital signs, demonstrate CPR on a mannequin, and do a pain assessment, doctor's ABCD, all of that good stuff. And because of the COVID lockdown, we ended up filming it, and you had to upload your video OSCE onto a website called Panopto. And this was the very last assessment of the year. So what happened was I made my video, I was feeling quite like alright about it, and I uploaded it to Panopto. But the thing about Panopto is that you need to change the sharing permissions on the video so that everybody at your university can access it, not just because the default is that it's just you are able to see it and people that you give specific permission to. So you need to manually change the sharing permissions, and it's literally just the press of one button. You need to change the sharing permissions so that everyone at your university can access it, so that your markers can access your video. So I uploaded my video and I went about my day, and I thought that I had changed the sharing permissions and everything, and I kind of just washed my hands clean of university at that stage. I was like, I've uploaded my assessment, I know when the grades are going to come out for it, so I'm just not going to stress about it. I'm not going to check I'm not going to check Blackboard, I'm not going to check my uni emails and stuff just until I get my results back. There's no point stressing. And I think 3 weeks went by, and then everyone's grades came out for the assessment, and I was looking at my marking rubric because I thought I had gotten my grades back, and I was looking at my marking rubric and I read it that I had passed everything. And this is so stupid because now looking back on that marking rubric, it was quite obviously blank. There was nothing on it, but I read it and somehow came to the conclusion that, I don't know, that it had been marked. I think I was in denial at that stage, but I was just, I feel so dumb. Anyway, and I thought I had passed as well. So I was like very, very happy. I told everyone, I passed my OSCE exam. And then another week or 2 went by, and I woke up early on a Friday morning and I was feeling very productive, and I was doing a bit of extra revision, and I pulled up my personal email account, and I had an email from the student wellbeing team asking me if I was alright because the university had been trying to contact me for a whole month and I hadn't been responding to them. So I started to panic a little bit because I didn't know what it was about, and then I sent them back an email saying that I was fine and stuff, and then I pulled up my university email and there were 20 different emails from different markers trying to get access to my video assessment, and I hadn't responded to any of them, and this had been going on for the past month. And then there was also an email from my paper leader. He was so lovely. He got everything sorted out and helped me so much, just directed me to what I had to do and stuff, but at the time I was just freaking out because it dawned on me that my assessment hadn't been marked because I had not made it available to people. So I was frantically sending off emails to people. I had a phone call from the course leader in the morning, and I was trying so hard not to cry just because I felt so stupid. It was literally one button I had to press and I didn't press it, and I just felt so dumb. Anyway, and he was saying that I had to make an application, a general application to the assessment board in order for my assessment to be marked. So I did all of that, and then I had to wait another 2 weeks, and I was so stressed. I think 3 days after I had sent off my general application, I double checked like all of the rules and stuff, and I realised I had sent it to the wrong email address, so then I had to like redo my whole assessment and send it off to the right email address, and it was very, very stressful, and I just, yeah, it was horrible. The assessment board did accept my application, which was such a relief, and I got an email back from the course leader saying like, I'm just following up with you about your application, congratulations and stuff, because I did pass my OSCE exam. So the moral of the story, right, and especially if you're at AUT and you're submitting video assessments, please make sure that you check that little button that changes the sharing permissions, because it was just mortifying. It was horrible. I was so stressed and like on the verge of tears for like 3 whole weeks, like not even joking. I cried so much in those 3 weeks. It was horrible. With that all aside, for my practical assessment, I actually have the marking rubric open. This one was also done by learning objectives. So learning objective 1, which was introduction and informed consent, I passed. Learning objective 2, which was infection control, I also passed. Learning objective 2, I passed for temperature. Learning objective 2 for pulse, I passed. Learning objective 2 for respiration, I passed. Learning objective 2 for blood pressure, I passed. Learning objective 2 for the pain assessment, I passed. Learning objective 3 for the communication, I passed. And learning objective 4 for basic life support, I passed. So yeah, I passed all of the learning objectives, and that meant that for the overall introduction to nursing paper, I got an A+. Yeah, so that was everything. That's my grades. That's what I got for my first year of nursing practice. I hope you enjoyed and found it maybe helpful or a bit more insightful into how AUT nursing works and how the first year papers are set out and the kind of stuff. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all of that good stuff. I'll see you next Monday with a new video, but until then, I hope you have a lovely day.
It's rated X. That means you're extra.